Ninjalens!
Konnichiwa, ninjas, and it's that time of the year.
What time of the year is it?
I'm glad you asked, random, very handsome android. It's the time of the year where nothing happens. It's the most boring time of the year. You see, after Christmas, and you go back to school, and you go back to work, and you go back to whatever it is that you do, you haven't been off from school long enough to miss it, and you definitely haven't been off from work long enough to miss it. So, you're back in school, the weather's pretty cold, miserable, and there's no light. There's nothing going on during this time of year. The closest thing to something that's actually enjoyable or exciting is the most depressing holiday of the year. But that's a topic for another video. For a lot of people, on top of everything I just said, they also have to deal with the coldest weather of the year, ice everywhere, and practically no sunlight. And after that, it's no surprise that depression, sadness, and loneliness spike up this time of year. And I am not immune. And I'd just like to take a second to let you guys know, if you guys are feeling that way, you guys are not alone. And I thought I'd pass along some of my tips on dealing with the January-February blues. Number 1. Now, a lot of people are also struggling with their New Year's resolutions. A lot of people have already given them up by now. Whether it's because they chose something that was too hard or that they chose something they didn't really care about, people tend to give up and fail on their New Year's resolutions. I think it's very important to continue with something new you're doing with your life. Try something, try to achieve something, try to make something, try to do something you weren't doing last year. Maybe you have to reset and make a new New Year's resolution now. Do it now. Do it right now. What do you want to accomplish this year? It's only a month into 2016. You can do it. I don't want to sound smug or anything, but I have not given up on my New Year's resolutions. I'm still very determined to lose weight and get fitter. But I'm also very determined to learn new things. One of my New Year's resolutions that I didn't get too in-depth in is that I wanted to learn Tai Chi. I know, it's really random. I've been a fan of the Avatar: The Last Airbender series for a very long time. I always really liked the aesthetic waterbending. And I looked up and I found a lot of information on the series, and I found out that all the bending styles were inspired by martial arts. I've always been interested in learning a little bit more about it ever since then. And 2016 is the year I decided to actually commit and learn about it. So get out there and accomplish something new. Number 2, connecting with other human beings is very important. It's very important to have positive human interaction. Personally, as an introvert, I tend to use up all of my energy on negative social interactions at work or at school. Now, I know not everyone is exactly the same. So, if this doesn't apply to you, just watch and enjoy, I guess. During this time of year, because of the cold and low sunlight, you have very little energy. And on top of that, I'm on a diet, so I have no energy. And as an introvert, I burn through a lot of energy being around people. And I tend to spend my free time by myself, watching TV or playing video games. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's very important to have positive social interactions. And me in the past, I had a hard time seeing the idea of positive social interaction after a couple of weeks of my only social interactions coming from work or school. It's hard to say I want to go out and do something really exciting and social when you have no energy and you just got done being around a bunch of people and you did not enjoy it. It's very important to set aside some time to spend with your friends. Social interaction is probably one of the most positive things I can suggest to people. And as for you guys out there with not that many or no social connections, I really do recommend you still go out and try and find some people to have a positive social interaction with. Find something you enjoy doing and find a community for it. And get out there and try and meet some people. Number 3, do stuff you enjoy. Now, some people don't have any issue with this. Some people have no problem letting themselves enjoy something they enjoy. But some people tend to get into a very intense, I need to work mindset. And they don't give themselves a break to do something they really enjoy doing. But more than just sit around and do something that you know you enjoy, try and look at what you enjoy doing and branch out a little bit within that group. For me, that is gaming. I really enjoy gaming. However, I've been in a little bit of a rut with my gaming choices in the past couple months, playing almost exclusively League of Legends over the past couple of months. And while I allow myself to play a little bit of League of Legends, I try and limit my time that I spend gaming to playing games that I know I enjoy but haven't spent time playing in a while. I've always really enjoyed strategy games, but for some reason I haven't opened one up in the past couple of months. In fact, I just recently opened up Civilization 5 for the first time. I love the Civilization games. It's been so long I'd forgotten the joy of hearing China talk smack and get smacked down, or hearing the Mayans talk all tough, and then or watching an empire grow from this to this. And not to all the ninjas out there who are feeling depressed this time of year, I want you to remember, as long as you draw breath, you can feel the beauty of spring in the next couple of months. We must return to the shadows of the internet, but on the flash of the camera, I will return to the light. Ninja out! Subscribe to the Ninjalens channel, and your life will get 4 times better.